You're here listening to the Soul Expansion Podcast because intuitively you know there's more to life. There's something more here. And truthfully, we access that something more in our own bodies, in our own souls. We have all the wisdom we need. And when we can access this within ourselves, business, money, impact, and every area of our life becomes so much more easeful, relaxed, and abundant. My name is Kristen Kaczynski, and I'm here as your guide and your host, but this is your journey, so let the journey begin. Welcome back to the Soul Expansion Podcast and our manifestation series. In this episode, we're talking about vibration, and no, that is not a sex toy. Although I definitely encourage you to make sure you are satisfying yourself in all the ways, vibrationally, sexually, etc. Please take care of you. You deserve it. Okay, so vibration. What is it? Why do we care? How does it apply to manifestation? How do you leverage it? How do you know where you're at? What do you do with it? What do you do with this kind of like ephemeral metaphysical concept called vibration? So vibration, as I feel into it, as I understand it, as like what feels true for me is the energy I hold in my body as it relates to a certain subject. So this can literally be infinite, right? Like my understanding of vibration is we can be like infinite different combinations of vibration. It's like beyond our human logical mind's understanding. So here's an example of different vibrations that you can hold with respect to money, let's say. So you can hold a vibration in your body that is super abundant for money that you receive from family members, for example. You expect that family members will give you money. Maybe you come from a money background, right? Like maybe your family has wealth. I have a lot of clients that experience this, and I also have experienced this myself. So that's why I'm using this example. So you're super abundant. You know money is available to you via your family because that's the family you live in right now. But maybe you have a super scarcity vibration, a very scarce vibration as it relates to money in your business. So same topic, money, but different context, coming from different sources, right? And completely different vibrations. So there's so many, like literally I could think of infinite combinations of vibrational standards that we could have as it relates to what we want to call into our reality. Something that I also want to talk about is we are all vibrationally unique, right? Like I have the belief that the way I feel to call something into my reality is not going to be the same as the way someone else feels to call in the same thing into the reality, because we're unique beings. We have unique life experiences and we have unique situations that are informing how we're going to feel when the thing comes in, right? And vibration at its core is feeling, like how you feel, again, how you feel about a certain thing, right? So, and if you are wanting to call something new into your life, how you will feel when that thing is yours. So for me, the way I feel money, like having money, it feels very grounded. It feels very supportive. It feels exciting. It feels joyful. It feels expansive. It feels luxury. It feels opulent. That's how I feel when I think about having money or having more money, right? But how you feel might be completely different based on your own unique experiences. So you might feel more calm. You might feel more safe. You might feel more relaxed. You might feel more creative and spacious, right? So while it's helpful to feel into other people's experiences with what certain energies feels like, right? Like the energy of having money or the energy of overflow or the energy of abundance. At the end of the day, we have to also trust ourselves and tune into our own system and feel what those things feel like in our own energetic system. We're all unique, right? So a lot of vibrational work is using your imagination. Because no one can do it for you, right? No one can tell you how you will feel when something, you want comes into your reality. Only you can know how you will feel. So a lot of manifestation process and a lot of the process of feeling the feelings of having it now does require you to use your imagination. And it does require you to know yourself. And it does require you to go into your body and see what you're feeling when that thing comes true. And I talked about this in the previous episode, so go back and listen to that if you haven't yet. But sometimes if we're really disconnected from our body, we don't even have access to feel into vibration, right? Like we don't even know what feelings we will feel when something happens. Like we can think about them maybe, and we can intellectualize them maybe, but we can't viscerally feel them. So I want to kind of like demonstrate the difference, right? So let's say you want to sign some new clients for a certain program, and you use your imagination and you think about it. And what comes to mind for you is, I'm going to feel excited, right? Like when these, let's say 5 clients sign up, the dominant emotion that I'm going to feel is excited. Okay? So you figure that out in your brain. That is so much different than actually feeling excited now. Like actually feeling that like uplifted, like joyful, excited feeling in your body now. The feeling, the vibration, the emotion, the feeling of the feeling in the body is the most powerful point of attraction. Hands down. 1,000,000%. So if we are disconnected from our bodies, and if we are, like in my case, I was emotionally numb for a good solid 5 to 7 years of my life after my relationship trauma. I was completely numb to my emotions. So if that's where we're at, then there is this process of starting to peel back those layers, starting to unfreeze our experience, process some of that trauma, come back into the body, because so often we close ourselves off from our bodies. Feel at home in the body, feel safe in the body, start to learn the body, relearn the body, start to learn and relearn emotions and what they actually viscerally feel like in the body and not just in the mind. And then we have access to vibration. Right? And we did have access before, but it's not as powerful. At least my belief is it's not as powerful as viscerally feeling it. Just intellectualizing, I am going to feel excited is so different than actually feeling the excitement in your body. It's just so different. And so depending on where you're at with your experience, your life experience, there may be a process of healing that has to come through first, right? Or along with, because I don't like to put limits on people. So I don't want anyone to have the mindset, oh, I have to heal everything before I can manifest. That's not what I'm saying. What I am saying is you will become a way better manifester, a way, way, way better manifester if you engage in some of the healing work, right? Because you'll be able to feel your vibration. You'll be able to feel your body. You'll be able to feel how you feel. Can you do it without that? Yeah. But you're going to be so much more powerful. You're going to blow your own damn mind with how powerful you are if you engage in the healing work and really start to feel your body. hands down. I know I have had that experience. So, vibration is the feeling in your body, the feeling you will feel when the thing is yours. And the thing is, we often have unconscious vibrations toward things that we don't want, right? So I had a lot of unconscious vibrations with respect to my business of like, oh, I unconsciously believed that I had to talk to every single person that paid me, right? I had this belief that people just wouldn't go to my website and buy things, which is kind of crazy because I have this podcast and like I have offers for sale. Like, why would I not be open and available for people to go to my website and buy things, right? Like, why would I put that pressure on myself to have to talk to every person? That was an unconscious vibrational standard that I had. I just didn't believe it was possible for people to just go to my website and buy things. Now I have a different belief, right? And your vibrations are very much informed by your beliefs, but they're not the same thing as your beliefs, right? So your beliefs are like what you're actually calling in, what you're creating, what you're expecting, but your vibration is what you're feeling. And what you're feeling is informed by what you believe, right? So like if you believe money is scarce, then you're going to feel pretty crappy, right? In your body. But if you believe money is abundant and it's infinite and it's always available and you can always receive more of it, then you're going to feel really good in your body. So while they're absolutely connected, they're not exactly the same thing, right? Like, and the thing is, because we're all different, again, we can have different experiences with beliefs and vibration that don't mimic or are not the same as someone else's experience, right? And what's interesting for me, at least as I've experienced it, is if there's trauma that is connected to the thing that you're desiring to call in, sometimes your vibration can be really, really, really negative, even when thinking of something you want. So, for example, I had a big edge with experiencing overflow vibrationally. Like it was actually scary in my body to think about having more than enough, more than I knew what to do with, right? Like that vibrational standard did not feel good in my body because I had relationship trauma and the experience of love bombing, which is, you know, in codependent relationships or narcissistic relationships, the person who is performing the abuse or whatever oftentimes gains trust by being overly affectionate and like love bombing you in the beginning. And then, you know, once they hook you in, then, you know, it changes and shifts into the abuse. But because I had actually had that experience, the experience of love bombing is like, oh my God, this is the best relationship ever. Oh my God, they're saying everything right. Oh my God, everything is perfect about them. Oh my God, they're my soulmate, right? Whatever. And then it like all gets ripped out from under you. So I was actually not like comfortable experiencing overflow because of that experience for a long time until I recognized that and I started to process and release and heal that and have a new experience with overflow, right? So your trauma can sometimes inform what you're vibrationally able to access. And that's why like some things can feel a lot harder to manifest than others, depending on your lived experiences. And so that's just something to be aware of. And of course, that is something that we are going to address. Oh, we are going to address that so much in the Secret Manifestation course, KristenKosinski.com/secret. Sign up for the wait list so you can get all the bonuses and discounts when we officially launch this and name this and know what the fuck this program is called. But that is something I think is unique to the manifestation industry that I am intimately aware of, right? Like there are so many teachers on manifestation and I've literally learned from all of them. Like if you name a manifestation teacher, I have probably consumed some of their content, right? At least the big ones. And so as I've like learned from all of these different mentors as it relates to manifestation, I have not heard one person address this aspect of vibration, which is if you've experienced trauma as it relates to the thing that you want, it's going to be damn near impossible for you to call that into your reality until you process that trauma. Just because your body doesn't want to experience that again, because it's afraid that it will experience that again, right? Like my unconscious fear was, if I experience more than enough, like if everything in my life is so good that I'm like literally an expression of overflow because I have everything I want, I have everything I desire, I have everything I need, and I get to receive more. Like if that is where I'm at in life, then the unconscious fear was, that's all going to get taken away, right? And so when we are able to bring in some of this like processing and integration of our traumatic experiences, oh my gosh, are we liberated in terms of what we can call in? We have so much more spaciousness and freedom to create what it is we want. And we don't have to, like micromanage our beliefs, because that's another common manifestation thing. A lot of teachers say, watch your beliefs. And when you notice an unhelpful belief, change it to a better belief. And while that's a wonderful way to start out manifesting, I think there's so much freedom in not even having to do that, right? And of course, observing when something comes up that really makes you feel scarce or really makes you feel out of alignment with what it is you're wanting to call into your reality. Of course, it's important to observe and be aware of that and move through that. But I have never been someone that wants to manage every single thought and watch every single thought and control my thoughts in that way. In fact, I would rather live my life and be in my body, because when you're in your body, there is no thought, right? Like as I record this podcast, I'm deeply in my body and thoughts are not coming through my head. The words are just emanating and transmitting from my body, from my being. I don't have to think about what I'm going to say. It all just flows through. And that is a much more relaxing space to be in, to manifest, because it's so much less work, right? I said this on a live broadcast recently on my Instagram. Follow me at Kristen Kaczynski if you don't already, so you can make sure you catch those. But I said this on this live, watching our thoughts as part of the manifestation process is actually another form of like hustling and burning ourselves out to make shit happen, right? It's just, instead of doing the work on the outside, you're doing the work on the inside. And I think the real freedom and the real magic happens when we don't even have to do that, when we are embodied, AKA in the body, when we are embodied in the principles of manifestation and we're able to feel in the body the vibration of what it will feel like when what we want is ours, then we don't have to micromanage the thoughts, right? We can just trust the body. We can trust what we feel. We can trust what's happening in our system, and that gets to be enough. We don't have to watch every thought and control every rabbit hole in our brain and exhaust ourselves with constantly fighting in our thoughts. That's what the experience was for me, right? When I was just trying to watch my thoughts, I felt like I was constantly fighting myself like all day long. And when I started to find embodiment work, I was like, oh, this is what I need. This is what's been missing from every manifestation teacher out there, is realizing the thoughts are part of the equation, but more powerful, I think, is the body. And that's where vibration lives, right? Vibration lives in your body. It's your emotional state. It's your energetic state. It's what you feel. It's how you be, right? Your state of being. So that is something I'm so excited to bring to the manifestation space in my course. It's going to be like nothing you've seen in the manifestation industry, like absolutely nothing, because we're bringing in concepts that traditionally have not been talked about in this area of expertise. And I'm so excited to be the one that gets to share them with you, because it's such a game changer. Okay. So that's what I have for you, vibration. Next episode, what are we going to talk about? I don't know what we're going to talk about, but hit subscribe. The manifestation series is continuing on. There are going to be several more episodes as it relates to this, and head to KristenKaczynski.com/secret to sign up on the waitlist for the Secret Manifestation course, which is going to come out very, very soon. All right. I love you so much, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye. Thank you for listening to the show today. Thank you for being a loyal listener. If you've listened more than once, I really appreciate your time, your focus, your energy, and your attention. And so it is my heartfelt request that if you got something out of this episode, please write us a review, rate us, tell us exactly what you want to say, speak from the heart, speak from your soul. No review is too short or too long or anything that's too much or not good enough. It's all good. It's all good. We really love and appreciate your feedback. It just helps us make the show better and better, and it helps us get the show out to more people. As a reward for your time and energy writing a review, just take a screenshot of it before you hit submit and email it to us at support@KristenKaczynski.com, and we will give you free access to my Work Less, Make More, The Vibe Masterclass and Integration Deepening Call. This is over 3 hours of content that was recorded in 2022, early 2022, on my website. I currently charge money for it. I don't remember what we priced it at, but it's not currently for free anywhere else unless you write a podcast review, screenshot that review, and send us an email. So the email address is support@KristenKaczynski.com. I would love to gift you this free gift for your time and energy being a listener and writing a review. So if you have a few moments right now, I would really appreciate your words, your feedback, your shares, and your love. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being you. I so appreciate you. And I'll talk to you soon.